Your actions have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to the world of assassination and the subscriber contracts. And today's contract, Here Comes the Boom, set in Dartmoor. And the contract ID is on the screen now for anyone who wishes to have a crack at it, and has been supplied to us today, courtesy of Paul Anderson, 37. So on to our briefing. If you mess with fire, you might get burned. So moving on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them. All must be eliminated whilst disguised as the mansion staff, 3 in exploding accidents, and 2 with exploding devices. We also have only 1 exit available to us. We cannot be spotted, and we cannot have bodies found excluding accidents and poisons, and no disguise change as our objectives. So for today's mission, we'll be starting in as the mansion staff. We'll be bringing with us a breaching charge, some coins, and a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we need to make our way downstairs, and primarily we are heading for the kitchen, and we're going to set up one of our later kills right away. So straight down the library stairs, around the back of the main entrance hall, straight down the corridor, and then last on the right is the kitchen. So we're just going to grab this propane cylinder right here, and we're going to place this in the corridor behind the main staircase, and right in the center here. About there will do nicely. And then we're just going to move a safe distance and put 1 hole in the cylinder, and we'll come back to that a little bit later on. We're now going to move on and into the changing rooms, and we're going to drop a little trail of coins leading over to the lockers here. So 2 coins on the floor. We're just going to open the door here, throw our last coin against the wall, grab that wrench, and we've lost our coin. Oh well, we can't hang around, we need to get out of the room because the first of our snared targets is an enforcer. So we're just going to let her get right into the room, let the door close behind her, and then we can bust in, render her unconscious. We're then going to try and hide her as best we can around by the toilet here, and this is where things will get ever so slightly tricky. It's not ultimately important, but we will be luring another target into this room, so we don't want this young lady found. So we need to tuck her away as tightly as possible. We're then going to try and retrieve our coin again with no luck, so we'll use the wrench. We're just going to open the door once again, throw the wrench, pray we don't lose that too, and then make our way out into the corridor. And this will snag the other maid from the restroom or kitchen area, and this time round we need to get to her before she spots the body. So as soon as she's in the room, we're just going to sneak in behind her, close the door, render her unconscious before she spots her colleague. We're then going to try and place them both on the floor in a way that their heads are somewhat together, and I would say that is absolutely perfect. You couldn't get their heads any closer than that. So we're just going to select our breaching charge and place that next to one of their heads, move a safe distance, and detonate the charge. And then we're going to hide both the bodies very quickly in the canvas crate provided, just in case, as there is a housekeeping staff member upstairs. Where did she go? Ah, looks like we managed to eliminate a witch. As I was saying, there is a housekeeper member upstairs who can sometimes get distracted by the noises and come down and investigate. So we need to get them both, if they don't vanish into thin air, into the crate. Anyway, once I get over the shock of that, we're going to return to the kitchen. We're going to retrieve the next propane cylinder, and we're going to place it just by this gentleman here on the chair. Now, I was debating, should we detonate this one right now? But if we do, that will interrupt the routines of Mr. Whitmer and Alexa Carlisle, and that could ruin our opportunity for a 2-for-1 deal. So we'll take care of Mr. Fernsby and Mr. Whitmer next. So all we're going to do is just go down the corridor here, closing the doors, line ourselves up with our propane cylinder from earlier, and await the arrival of our next 2 targets. When they arrive, all we have to do is detonate the cylinder. So while everybody's running in that direction in a panic, we're going to return to the restroom area next to Mr. Fernsby's office, and we're going to blow up the final cylinder in here. Fortunately, I hesitated, trying to line up my shot, and the door closed off. Take 2. There we go. And that's our final target dealt with. The easiest way to get to our one and only exit after all of that will be around the outside. So we're just going to quickly duck out of the window in the corridor and run around the side of the building until we get to the bridge exit. So all in all, this was absolutely thoroughly enjoyable. I do like setting off explosions. It's one of my favourite types of kill. So I had an absolute blast. So we get confirmation all of our targets were given free flying lessons according to plan, and we've met all of our objectives, and that will gain us a Silent Assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.